Hello and welcome back to the channel. I am J.E. Perazzi, speculative fiction author and writer of books such as the Malfunction Trilogy, the Raventree Society, and so much more. So I'm back today to talk more about the Malfunction Trilogy. If you've been keeping an eye on my channel and are subscribed, you've probably seen a few of these videos pop up. That's because the series is ending. May 23rd, Connection, the third and final book in the trilogy, will be out. So I'm very excited to share some of my joy and my happiness with you guys and talk more about this series. So I'm going to be sharing some thoughts on the series, some character analysis, and answering some questions about the trilogy, but also about being a science fiction author in general. So if you have any of those questions you'd want me to address, please feel free to drop them into the comments below. I would love to talk about those for you. Today, and you could probably see the little poking paper. I'm sorry if it's irritating. Today I want to talk about the first of my characters and kind of focus in on them. So I would like to introduce you guys to Bass. So this is some character art I did, not perfect, I'm learning, but I actually like how it turned out quite well. Bass is a cyborg in the most traditional sense of being a human being with augmentations, a human being with cybernetic augmentations. So in the world of the Malfunction Trilogy, usually you'd be referred to as a super soldier, biobot, or a Borg, which is kind of the nicer way one of my characters refers to them, not something that everyone uses. But Bass at the beginning of the series is about 25 years old. He is genetically modified, so he has bits and pieces from all different sorts of people, yes, but he also has a few genetics from animals, and most notably from wreckers, who are the alien species who have completely decimated the world in this book. To make it worse, he has cybernetic augmentations that come in the form of something that I call live metal, which in the book is metal which has been paired with the stem cells of these wreckers, who are very, very quick to produce some stem cells and to be able to evolve. And these stem cells allow the metal to grow as if it's a living thing. So quite complicated, very much not something that could happen in real life, but that live metal is implanted in him as a developing infant, and it's formed kind of a second nervous system in his body, because this live metal can be programmed for a specific purpose. The second augmentation he has is a bionic spine, which allows other human beings to connect to his body and use this fake nervous system to be able to control him like a puppet. So usually that would be the soldiers which control these super soldiers, the sort of army in this book that uses the super soldiers as a weapon against the aliens. But sometimes if they have a really big attack and they're not able to handle it with just the soldiers they have been able to use the citizens who are not aware of what's going on by telling them that it's a video game and they can connect through virtual reality, and they think it's just a game. They would call it a tournament, and convince them that they're just playing a game for prizes, but usually they are often there controlling other human beings and they're not aware of it. So it's kind of messed up, yes, welcome to the mind of an author, but it's a great premise for this story, and it's a great premise for this character. So he's basically grown up, he doesn't have parents, he's test tube baby, and he does not have any sort of family structure. The entirety of his life has been him being formed and built to be the perfect soldier, the perfect weapon, more so than the perfect soldier. So about 3 years prior to the beginning of this book, actually in the events that happen in the prequel novella Revelation. Bass escaped from the city, from the government, which uses him to fight their battles, and he ended up kind of on the run in the emptied out aquifer where the outcasts of the cities live. And he lives there with another character, Cowell, who is someone I'm going to introduce you guys to later. And in the beginning of this novel, he's been living there for about 3 years. He has some negative side effects from the things that have happened to him, definitely, but he's kind of this sweet, cuddly teddy bear of a giant man. About 7 foot tall and muscular, and like someone that you'd expect to be able to crush you because he's a super soldier. But he's just a sweetheart, and definitely one of my favorite characters that I've ever created. So that's how we end up meeting him when he goes through some medical trauma as a result of his augmentations. Another character, Minerva, steps in, and we're going to be learning about her later as well. So yes, that is Bass. Bass is short for Bastille, actually. I hope you guys enjoyed kind of this introduction to this character. I'm really excited to finish out his story in Connection. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that as well. Once again, if you have any questions about this series, about these characters, or just about what I do as a science fiction author, please drop them below. I'd be very happy to answer those questions for you, and keep an eye on upcoming things. If you subscribe, you'll be able to see more videos. Check out the rest of the channel because I have a free audiobook on here. I also have free content on my website where you can check out some character art, some free ebooks, and my newsletter. So be sure to check those out.